These are the top 10 Dark Magician cards that you need to play in your deck if you're going to play Dark Magician. Let's go. Hey, what's up everybody? Andrew Godsmith here, Godsmith of Chaos, here with another Dark Magician video for you. Today I'm doing the top 10 Dark Magician cards that you need to be playing in your deck if you're going to be playing the Dark Magician archetype. Now to start off, for the first card, in the 10th slot, Dark Magician. Reason why Dark Magician is in the 10th slot is because he is not that great of a card to be pulling out. He is a big old brick. The whole deck revolves around this card pretty much, but you do not want to see him in your hand off the draw because he's pretty much a brick. Yeah, so that's why he deserves the 10th slot. In the 9th slot, we have Timmy United Dragon, or what I like to call Timmy the Bricky Dragon, or yeah. He can easily get you into Dragoon, but you need to discard a card from the field or from your hand to the graveyard to special summon him to the field, but the card must mention Dark Magician. Unless it is a spellcaster, then you can send a spellcaster from the field to the graveyard to special summon him to the field, then activate his fusion effect with Dark Magician, who is either in your hand or already on the field, to bring out Dragoon. Sounds good in theory, somewhat, but he's extremely bricky and also gets negated all the time. So that's why he deserves number 9. And you do not need to play Timaeus to be able to get to Dragoon. You do not need to play him in your deck really at all. I just like to play him because it does offer another route to Dragoon that isn't just ref. Now in the number 8 slot, Dark Magical Circle. Dark Magical Circle used to be a huge must in this deck, but it has now gone from playing 3 in your deck down to 1, maybe even 2. I like playing 2 because I like to see it. It helps you get that 1 extra banish per turn, but you do need Eternal Soul to make it even more efficient. So for that reason, it deserves number 8. Now number 7 is a 2-card slot. Reason being is it's mainly just for Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul used to be just like Dark Magical Circle. You used to play at like 2 or 3, but now it's all the way down to 1, maybe not even at all. So this card, it helps get Dark Magician from your hand or the graveyard to the field in a reoccurring effect that you partner with Dark Magical Circle to get you that extra banish once per turn. But a big downfall of this card is if it gets removed from the field, either by your cards or your opponent's cards, it wipes all your it destroys all monsters on the field. Now if you have Dragoon on the field, you got nothing to worry about. Reason why it's 2, Magician Salvation is essentially Eternal Soul. It just gets you Eternal Soul from the deck. There is other effects, like you could, if you had Dark Magician, if this was on the field and you special summon Dark Magician and DMG was in the graveyard, you can special summon Dark Magician Girl, or reverse. If Dark Magician Girl was on the field and Dark Magician is in the graveyard, you can special summon Dark Magician from your graveyard. Now for number 6, we have Illusion of Chaos. IOC is one of my favorite cards, but he isn't that great to have in the deck up in the 1 slot. I mean, well, he's a must to play in your deck, but you can play him at 2 or 3. You'd want to play a Preparation of Rites with him, either at 2 or 3 to get up to 5 Illusion of Chaos. He is your main monster searcher of the deck. He will get you to everything that you need of the monsters or Dark Magician that mention Dark Magician in his text. But a big downfall sometimes is when you have to return a card back to your deck. A big thing that does help is Illusion of Chaos. Since it came out last year, since it came out last year, it does help unbrick your hand from being able to return bricks from your hand back to the deck after using it. Now, for the top 5, these can pretty much be interchangeable. These 4, this one is a must. This is the top 1. For top 5, we have Red Eyes Fusion. The reason why I have this one in the top 5 in the 5th slot is because it is the only Dark Magician 1-card starter for a spell to get you into Dragoon, but the thing is, it's unsearchable because it's a Red Eyes card, but it's also a Dark Magician card. Reason being is because Red Eyes Dragoon does mention Dark Magician, and it is a Dark Magician card. So Red Eyes Fusion ends up being a Dark Magician card. Sucks that it's unsearchable, just like every other Fusion Dark Magician card, but it's in the 5th slot because it helps you get to Dragoon really quickly, but big downfall is it gets ashed all the time. And number 4, place your Soul Servant. Soul Servant is a must in the deck if you're playing Dark Magician. It searches every single card that mentions Dark Magician, except for Eye of Timaeus, because apparently Eye of Timaeus doesn't mention Dark Magician, but hopefully we get a rod out of that card this year. Soul Servant, definitely play at 3, definitely needs to be in the deck in top 4 slot with my list, but it searches, it helps you get rod. If you have it set, rods on the field, or sorry, rods in your graveyard, and you have another spellcaster on the field, activate this, put whatever card you want on top of your deck, tribute out the spellcaster, and then activate Rod's effect to return back to hand. Soul Servant is an amazing card. Now, 3rd slot, Magician Souls. These next two, or the Soul Servant, Magician Souls, and the next one can be interchangeable in this slot because they're all, you must play at 2 or 3. Magician Souls and Soul Servant must play at 3. Magician Souls is your Dark Magician summoner, pretty much. He takes Dark Magician from your deck to the graveyard, and you can special summon Dark Magician from the graveyard using this card, as well as special summoning this card to ditch 1 to 2 spell or trap cards to the graveyard to draw 1 to 2 cards. This card ends up being in so many other decks, same with Illusion of Chaos, and because of that reason, they've almost got it banned or on the ban list in limited or something, and it's not even their card. So that's how broken this card is. Other decks have been abusing this in IOC. Now for your top 2, Magician's Rod. This one is debatable for the other 2, like I said, but Magician's Rod is your only normal summon and your main spell or trap searcher of the deck. You want to make sure you get this one up pretty much every opening hand. Now, for the top slot, bet you guys already guess who it is and what it is because it's Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. This guy's effect seems like it's made up, doesn't really even seem real. That's why almost every other deck and branded right now is abusing it, and has been since it pretty much came out. All you need is 1 Dark Magician, Red Eyes Black Dragon, or 1 Dragon effect monster. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Neither player can target this card with effects. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's original attack. You can use this effect a number of times per turn, up to the number of normal monsters used to fusion summon this monster. Once per turn, when a card effect is activated, quick effect, you can discard 1 card and negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card, and this card gains 1,000 attack. It's insane. And that's why it deserves the number 1 slot. It's not in the main deck, but if you're playing Dark Magician, you must play this at 2. If you can only afford it at 1, play 1, but you must play it. Play 2 just in case it gets banished. Sometimes you can even get 2 out on the field. It's great. But anyways, that's it for my Dark Magician top 10 list. Don't forget to subscribe down below so I can keep making more of these awesome Dark Magician videos. May the heart forever be in your cards. Love you all. Peace. Please help me get this number up. Look at the graph. Cheers.